and how important it is to our city and our region and our port. Thank you. But first and foremost, I want to thank the great Port Tampa Bay team, and that's the men and women that work together day in, day out, and over the last 18 months, what an effort to make sure that the terminals were ready, that we were in compliance, that everything was in order to allow for the guests that we're going to be receiving soon to be here and have a great time through our port terminals on their way to on board the beautiful Serenade of the Seas, on their way to the Bahamas, and a beautiful day at Royal Caribbean International's Coco Cay, which is a great destination. And talking about destinations, our port, it is a great home port, but it is a destination of itself. Guests that come here, or they fly, or they drive, they can enjoy our vibrant, fun city that is growing very fast. They can visit the many restaurants, the aquarium, Sparksman's Wharf, Water Street, Tampa, Ybor City. And there is so much to do here besides spending a few days and going to the beaches, attending a Tampa Bay Lightning game or a Bucks game, because we are now called Tampa Bay for one reason. Now, cruise is a great vacation. It's a great way to spend time with families and friends. And we're really happy to see this day come after 18 months. Let me say this, from the return of cruising today to seeing the Serenade of the Seas, and today is a special day, it's her maiden voyage. This is the first time the Serenade of the Seas will sail out of here, so we are very proud about that. Thank you to Royal Caribbean International, Royal Caribbean Group, who have been supporting Port Tampa Bay as great partners, and this upcoming season between the Serenade of the Seas and the Brilliance of the Seas, they will be offering 4, 5, and 7-day cruises. So let's get on board, let's book our vacations, let's have some fun. I am very excited to, of course, introduce our special guest representing Royal Caribbean Group is Russell Benford, a good friend, and we happen to just met, but our friendship is related to our background. We both grew and worked in Miami-Dade County many, many years ago. So happy to be here, to have you here. I understood that the captain of the Serenade was going to join us. He is. So we'll be happy to have Captain Stig Nielsen joining us. Russell, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I would like to ask you to say a few words to our friends at Tampa. Great to meet you, my friend.
Thank you. Great to meet you. I'm going to adjust the microphone a little bit. Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Raul. Good morning and a warm welcome to everyone gathered here today, including our destination partners and hosts, Port Tampa Bay, elected officials, special guests, and members of the media. It's been a long 18 months, but we know the wait has been worth it. To see the safe return of cruising to Port Tampa Bay with Royal Caribbean International's Serenade of the Seas, and followed shortly in just a few weeks by Celebrity Cruises Constellation. We deeply, deeply appreciate the ongoing collaboration, support, and relationship of all of our tourism stakeholder partners in Tampa Bay, and the leadership of all the elected officials at the federal, state, and local levels. Tampa exudes confidence as a destination, and it is a great place to start a vacation, offering attractions and experiences that many cities and ports can only envy. Why are we here today? We are here because we continue to see people excited about traveling again, and cruise has proven to be one of the safest vacation options out there. After more than a year staying home and missing out on special moments and milestones with family, friends, and loved ones, people are eager to get back out there, seek out new experiences, But what comes first in the return of sailing from any home port or to any port of call is the health and safety of our partners and the destinations that we visit. Consumer confidence in travel has exploded with the availability of vaccinations. And we have had and continue to have significant breakthroughs, including advancements in science, technology, vaccines, therapeutics, safety protocols, all of which play a critical role. These have been challenging times for us who are relying on the travel and hospitality industry. And with all of these promising developments, we continue to feel tremendous hope and optimism for the future. Given that shared confidence in cruise tourism continues to grow, we know that the return of cruising had to be different, with new itineraries and new opportunities in cruise markets constantly evolving. This new itinerary embarking Tampa is different for us this year. And we recognize that places like Port Tampa Bay, with its exceptional facilities and visitor infrastructure, create amazing guest experiences at both ends of the cruise vacation. Royal Caribbean Group has one of the strongest lineups ever this year, with a new class of ships sailing from Tampa for both Royal Caribbean International and Celebrity brands. To summarize the offerings for Royal Caribbean International, we have had an extremely attractive mix of 4 to 7 night itineraries sailing from right here in Tampa, visiting destinations in the Western Caribbean, and we're really, really happy that we're going to be able to take our guests to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which is our #1 destination in the world. And with Celebrity Cruises, we will have an inaugural season featuring our Millennium Class vessels. Additionally, there will be longer itineraries on Celebrity out of Port Tampa, with Eastern Caribbean itineraries on 10-night voyages and even to the Southern Caribbean on 11-night options. All of this sets up nicely for a solid 2022 season as we continue to deliver vacation memories that will last a lifetime. Tampa is a great market for all of the brands of Royal Caribbean Group, as our friends from AAA and tourism authorities in Tampa will attest. And building relationships with regional partners continue to provide opportunities to make cruising a vacation option of choice for those within a 3-hour drive of Tampa Bay. Let's continue to build upon what we have to offer each other as we move forward. But first, we're going to celebrate a safe return to sailing with a Serenade, and the beautiful ship docked here today, the Serenade of the Seas. I'd now like to welcome Vicki Evans, Associate Vice President, Travel, Sales, and Development at the Auto Club Group, to share her thoughts about today's events. Vicki?
I'll move that down. Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you to everyone that's here today, and thank you to all of our partners. I couldn't be more proud to be here and talking with everyone about this momentous day today. We are so excited. As you probably know, AAA, as the people who rescue you on the roadside, and if you didn't know, we are also a fully dedicated travel agency. And every year, we book thousands of vacations for AAA members and the general public. And let me tell you, cruising is by far the most popular that we've seen in the return to travel. So today is very exciting for our Tampa Bay area, as well as our Florida residents and other guests flying into Tampa Bay, but especially with Royal Caribbean and Celebrity. While the cruise industry hit some rough waters last year, I'm proud to say that cruising is definitely back. Our members are so energized. Every time a new itinerary is announced, we are inundated with calls. In fact, cruise bookings for 22 have already outpaced 2019 that we have seen just recently, which is very exciting. And that momentum should only get better with the announcement today. To someone who lives in this area, I'm so proud, again, as I said, to see cruising come back to Tampa. Tampa will have better ships and even more destinations to visit than before. And instead of just having a few choices, we now have short cruises as well as up to 14-day voyages. With those longer voyages comes new destinations. In the past, those who wanted to visit Central America or Southern Caribbean would have to hop on a flight or drive to a South Florida port. Now Port Tampa Bay is the newest gateway to popular destinations that are so beautiful, like Costa Rica, Panama, and the Dominican Republic. These are all kind of options our members and guests have been clamoring for, and AAA is so proud to be part of it today. Today is definitely an emotional day, an exciting day. I'd like to thank you so much for allowing AAA to be here and for everyone's efforts in bringing today to the case. Now, I have pleasure inviting to you and introducing Santiago Corrada, who's the President and CEO of Visit Tampa Bay. Thank you.
Well, good morning. I have to confess that as I was driving into town over the crosstown and looked over and saw a cruise ship in our port, it brought a tear to a tourism marketer's eye, because you really don't know what you have until you lose it. And we haven't seen a beautiful cruise ship at our port now for about 18 months. So first and foremost, let me thank Paul, Raul, the entire team here, the commissioners, our cruise operators, for ensuring that today is a reality. In Hillsborough County, Tampa, we have 4 critical pieces to our tourism puzzle. The first is leisure domestic travel, and they have been carrying the day for us throughout the pandemic. The second, big conventions, events, meetings, business travel, those have been coming back slowly but surely. The third, international travelers, and we had an announcement yesterday that most of our borders will be opening up so international travelers can return. And the last critical piece is put in place today by allowing the cruise industry to operate again out of Port Tampa Bay. We know it's an economic driver. We know that individuals that come to the destination to go on a cruise ship a few days early, enjoy all the things that Raul mentioned. They stay after and they enjoy again all those great things we have to offer. And if we're lucky enough to be a port city, Business Research and Economic Advisors has estimated that a 3,000 passenger ship will spend at that port city over $333,000 during that stay. That includes passengers, crew, and others that are there to enjoy that cruise. So it's a huge economic driver. We're thrilled that we're back. It's so fitting that Royal Caribbean is the first to launch, but a great schedule of other ships departing the port. Again, Raul and your team, you know, our heartfelt thanks. It's been a lot of hard work, Commissioner, to make sure that we can do it the right way and safely. And we always like to do it the right way in Tampa, Hillsborough County. So thank you to all of you in the press that have been so anxious about today. You've called for weeks and weeks and weeks on when it's going to happen. And here we are today making it happen. Thank you so much. And now I'll turn it back over to Raul.
Well, what can we say? We heard it all from all the important people. It is a great day for us, like I said. Looking forward to receiving those passengers that soon should be coming on board. Hopefully it will be an early embarkation and everything goes smoothly. I know that we'll follow up, we'll welcome them, we'll ask questions, and you will see a lot of smiles, hopefully even through the masks. There is nothing much for us to say. We have some giveaways. Yes. Russ? On behalf of Port Tampa Bay, our commissioners, Paul Anderson, our CEO, myself, and the great team, we present you with the Serenade of the Sea. And that means many, many sailings out of Port Tampa Bay. Yes. All right. It's customary when we have a maiden voyage at our port that we present the captain of the vessel with a plaque, and they usually carry that in their offices, in their, where they, and we pride ourselves when we go on board and we see our own plaques. So the captain is unable to be here today, so you will have to receive it for us, and we can deliver it to the captain himself. But it's a beautiful plaque dedicated to the captain.
Thank you, Ralph. Can I get the captain of the ship? Does this mean I can?
You can do it.
I'm going to sail this. Thank you. Thank you, Ralph.
Thank you.
They tell me the captain's on his way, so he should be here shortly.
He will.
Yeah.
So we'll get a photo with him.
This is beautiful. Thank you so much.
And this is for the captain. I asked Wade to get you one,
I'm keeping that.
but he's keeping that too. So
The plaque will make it to the ship, but that.
one more photo so you get. You want to have some other team with you?
Sure. Well,
All right.
who wants to join? Hey, Richard.
Please.
Thank you.
Yes. Big smiles.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
It's a great day. Well, that's fine. You.
Hi, good morning. Russell Benford, Royal Caribbean Group. And we've said for a very long time now, cruising is one of the safest ways to travel. We do require vaccines for our guests that are 12 years old and older. And we also require all of our guests to be tested before they board the ship. For young people who are under 12 years old, they are not eligible to get the vaccine, but we do test them 2 days before they come here to Port Tampa to board the ship. They're tested again here at the port before they board. And on any cruises that are longer than 5 days, the kids that are under 12 years old are tested for a third time. In addition to that, we have really strong protocols on board the ship. In enclosed spaces, we require masks, just like we do in this room today. And we feel like it's the safest way to cruise. We've expanded our medical facilities. Each ship has more medical personnel than they've ever had before. And since we began cruising, we've seen very, very few cases, and we just feel like the data shows that we are one of the safest ways to travel. Thank you.
I can add a few comments. From our perspective, from the port, since COVID started, we worked on the sanitation of the terminals with EPA secure products that sanitize and kill germs. So they are very safely protected terminals. We have worked throughout these months with the local governmental agencies, health agencies, to ensure that our CDC's compliance, the requirements that were all in place to comply with the requirement that each cruise line has lined up. So this is a top to bottom collaboration to make sure that this is the safest way to travel. And there have been questions of how many passengers do we expect? The more the merrier. So we want safe, we want assurance that everybody goes out, has a great time, comes back, and the cruise business, I feel, is going to be on the up and up like it usually is. Thank you.
Well, certainly anywhere we sail from, we comply with all the laws, whether it's the federal laws, state laws, local laws here in the United States, and we do the same thing abroad. So we continue to monitor that situation, and we will follow the laws of the land as it relates to vaccines. Thank you. Absolutely. I think the 10 and 11 night cruises to the Southern Caribbean, it's a new option. It's great for guests to be able to board a ship here in Tampa and make it all the way to the Southern Caribbean is something that we typically haven't done here. And so we're very excited about those itineraries. And in addition, just being able to get to Perfect Day at Coco Cay is amazing. During the 18-month layoff, we actually upgraded not only the ship that you see here today, but we've invested significant dollars into upgrading Perfect Day at Coco Key. So there's new thrills for young people, water attractions, zip lines, etc. And then we have new chill options for our adults. So we have new beaches, we have cabanas, massage, you know, music, drinks, wonderful pools. So it is really just a fabulous option. And, you know, we've really been conscious of using the 18-month shutdown to make sure we upgraded and amplified our ships and the destinations. And our destination partners in the Caribbean have done the same thing. So even for our guests who've been to the Caribbean in the past, when you return after the 18 months, you will see new things on the islands and in the countries that we visit. So they're as excited about seeing all of us as we are about seeing them.
What changes can people expect as far as getting on the cruise? Like, are there still going to be buffets or things like that?
Let me first do a follow-up to that, because when you ask about destinations, that's very important. And Vicky, from here, you know, Royal Caribbean International will be sailing to St. Kitts, St. Nevis, St. Thomas, Dominican Republic, St. Martin, Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, the Cayman Islands, Belize, Cozumel, Costa Maya, Costa Rica, Panama, and Colombia. Those are new itineraries, so we got to be very excited about this new entrance into cruising. Oh, yeah, the question. You had a question about
Buffets and what to expect on the ship.
Captain, how are you? Nice to meet you. So Russell is upset because he can't get to keep this. Captain, welcome to Port Tampa Bay. It's an honor to have the beautiful Serenade of the ship and you, and we hope that you are sailing out of here for many, many years to come.
Thank you very much. Likewise, we have a gift for you as well.
Oh, my God. Thank you very much.
Serenade of the Seas. Welcome.
Wow, so they reciprocated. Excellent.
Good.
And I like that you wear your photo on. So that's a new
Yes.
ID. There you go. Well, we're all happy. Are there any more questions? Are we okay? We want to. Yes, Russell. She was asking about the procedures for buffets and on board and so on and so forth.
I was just asking for Christine with Family News, the people that are going back to cruising, what changes can they expect to see?
They'll see a few changes with respect to your question about the buffets. In the main dining rooms, it looks very similar. One of the biggest changes that with respect to the buffets is instead of you being able to serve yourself, we have the crew on board the ship that will actually, you know, make your plate for you. That's one of the changes, but for the most part, we still have the wonderful shows, bars, nightclubs are open, entertainment venues, the pool, all those great things that people loved about cruising with Royal Caribbean International are right there, so people won't see very many changes at all. Thanks.
Thank you.